Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Lorena Abreu. And we're looking at a clip from Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 1. Lorena is a parkour expert of sorts, and that's actually how I discovered her, was through Instagram's Joining All Movement Instagram account. She was on there featured, and I was like, who's this? She did some cool stuff. And let me bring her on the YouTube channel. So she has not seen Book of Boba Fett at all, and I keep talking about the parkour scene in Book of Boba Fett. So I've already seen this. There's a reaction available on this channel that you can watch. I thought it'd be cool to have Lorena's perspective on it, seeing as how she has way more parkour experience, freerunning experience than I do. Before we jump into this, do you want to define the difference in like a nutshell, the difference between parkour and freerunning?
I love this question. So, parkour is a discipline in which specific movements are utilized to maneuver through a varied environment. Initially, parkour was created by the Yamakasi to be as efficient as possible. But now, people use parkour moves. It's like a toolbox of moves for all kinds of training purposes. So we use parkour moves to test our power, to test our technique. So we'll do challenges that aren't necessarily the most efficient, but test different aspects of our training. Now, free running was originally intended to be the English translation for the French word parkour, but over time the community has designated the term free running to describe more creative movement. So A to B, creatively. That'll incorporate any moves that are non-efficient, like flips, tricks, even things like reverse vaults, which aren't necessarily efficient at all, but I like to look at it as a spectrum. With parkour, pure efficiency, jumps, vaults, swings, cats, wall runs on one end, and free running, flips, tricks, and everything stylish on the other. And most of us train somewhere in between. So I'm like more on the parkour end, but I can do some basic flips. And there's some people that do all kinds of flips, make crazy lines on concrete, but I've never seen them do a straight jump before.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
So yeah, let us know on the scale of parkour to freerunning where this resides.
The Wilhelm scream! Such a Star Wars classic. All right, here we go. Nice. Oh! Nice.
No wires there, right?
That was a good wall run. Maybe. She was pretty light on her feet. There might have been a wire helping her.
It looked like there was no wires. It looked like gravity was definitely oh shit, I just fucked it up. Sorry. So sorry. Presumably there was no wires there because, I mean, it just looked like there was gravity involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but sometimes the wires just give you a tiny little assist. Sometimes the wire will just take a few pounds off.
Oh, gotcha,
You know what I
to
mean?
make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That could have been done without wires though. That was sick.
Yeah, it looked really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that was a nice little wall run.
It looks good.
Nice. Yeah,
The struggle,
nice
it looks good.
Alive.
Now straight into the safety, that's impressive. That
Yeah.
takes upper body strength. That's why there might have been a wire to take just a few pounds off.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
It's just because there was a bit of a struggle at the top. I'm like, that looks like that was real.
That was like not a struggle at all.
No, what struggle might be the wrong word. I'm saying there's a bit of resistance in the stunt person's effort to get up over the top, where it didn't look like they just floated.
I don't know. What she did there at the end was she went straight from like a cat, a wall hang, straight into safety, which is like getting your leg up and putting your other leg through. That's actually not easy. So I love it. Nice. Underbar, woohoo! Love to see it. Oh, that was sick. Yeah, this is good stuff. I like that they're switching it up. Got some slides in there. Kong, yes! Yes, Kong! Yes, speed! Yes, Kong Plyo! Yes! Yes! Oh, I love vertical pole swings. Oh, vertical pole swing right into a safety. Yes! Woo! That was completely unnecessary, but I love it.
That's it.
Yeah, why are people crapping on it? That was perfectly fine.
I guess the reason why is because it feels too authentic. As opposed to, because I feel like for me, who's like more pedestrian when it comes to parkour and free running, like it feels like it favors more the parkour side than the free running side. And I think
there's no reason you would do free running when you're running away from someone who's trying to kill you.
Absolutely. Like,
that actually bothers me in movies. Like I get it if it's something crazy stylish like The Matrix and everything is kind of crazy. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to see any free running on a rooftop.
Have you seen Casino Royale?
Forever ago. And I actually saw it before I started doing parkour and I never watch it.
Well, Casino Royale was, I think, a lot of people's first proper experience with seeing that style of movement in movies, right? People didn't see District B13 or whatever the movie was called.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The French movie. Like, most people didn't see that. Casino Royale was people's first experience into what this is that eventually became a meme on The Office, right? And so when that's your first exposure and then you see this, it's like, this doesn't look as exciting as what they did in Casino Royale. It's entirely possible. It's the same exact skill level, same exact movements, same exact dynamic, whatever, but maybe it's the way that it's shot that feels fundamentally different from Casino Royale.
Yeah, perhaps. I also probably have a very skewed perspective because I understand how all of this works. I have an understanding of how difficult different moves are. I loved it. I want more of it. Yes, I was actually about to ask you to show me the Casino Royale parkour scene. If you're really trying to be efficient, the only time you do a flip really is to break some of the impact. Like if you're taking a big height drop, you can reduce some of the impact by doing a dive front flip and rolling out.
See, right there already, the way the camera's moving on that little thing feels way more interesting. And it's nowhere, it's not even any more of a move than anything else you saw. It's just the way the camera was moving there.
Yeah, no, that was barely even a move, yeah. Hey, a gate vault! That's so classic. Beautiful.
Yeah, the camera's just doing more here.
The camera is a lot more dynamic. The intensity of the camera matches the intensity of their movements, camera movements.
There's more action going on. There's also more drama going on with the characters.
Yeah. Nice. That was sick. That's a sick cat.
Okay, see, that right there, that looks pretty insane.
That's a legit thing that we do. So when you land on a flat face of a wall to either grab onto the top or or crimp the sides like he's doing, that's called a cat. In the UK, they call that an arm jump. So yeah, he just did a running arm jump, running cat to a beam. That was beautiful to see in a movie. Yeah.
And then he just scales it. And the camera's moving with him too to give it even more.
Exactly.
Even the run up that crane is insane.
It looks great. Yeah, you definitely feel the high stakes with the way the camera's moving with them.
Exactly. God damn.
Get wrecked!
God damn.
That was legit. I mean, I know he was on a wire, but still, that's such a sketchy cat.
I haven't seen this in a long time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you just feel like you're part of this sequence as it's happening.
It's true. And it's definitely in large part due to the cinematography.
Yeah, it just feels epic.
Also, their movement shows more struggle. Like you said, their movement shows more struggle. You see their fatigue. You see their stress.
You feel more peril.
Yes, exactly.
That's frightening. Oh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm stressed.
Ugh.
I'm stressed out right now.
Construction parkour. Guy's running around.
Are you kidding me? If a guy ran up there, I'd just be like, you know what?
I'm good. I don't need the money that bad.
I know.
I'm out. They should have had Travis go over this on Stuntman React. Nice. That's green screen.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, that's green screen. Integration of fight scene with parkour.
Yeah. Stress.
They really got stunt guys up there. That's wild.
Yeah, for real.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Oh god. Ugh. Ugh. Is that a wire? Do they have wires?
There has to be.
You think so? Well, yeah, I mean, it's for safety.
That airform! Classic Yamakasi airform right there. Yeah.
I can't parkour like that. I'm James Bond. Oh, freaking A. See.
Yep. Ouch, dude, you would have broken a rib. 2, 3.
Well, James Bond doesn't break ribs.
No, you can very clearly see the parkour experience in the one guy compared to James Bond, who isn't terrible,
Yeah.
but is moving like someone who doesn't have as much experience as the other guy.
Right. You know what I don't like about that? Like, while I oh, wow. Wow.
Beautiful dive Kong. Beautiful. That was huge. Is that like off a mini tramp? Dude looks like Remy Gerard.
Like, I understand why they're editing it the way they are. It's just that sometimes they're cutting in the middle of the action, so I can't see the lead up to the jump. To the, you know...
So you don't see the mini tramp.
Oh, well, no, I mean, even
Yeah,
when he's going down the stairs, he's jumping from one level to the next. I don't feel like that was the optimal angle to see that, because you don't get a sense of the scale of the height he's jumping, first off. And second, like, it's cutting midway in his jump, and I'm like, oh, well, I kind of would have liked to have seen, because they're doing all this emphasis on his beautiful balletic parkour movement. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the lead up, just to get a better sense as to what's going on there.
100%.
Just to appreciate it all the more.
I love when they put slides into parkour runs. Love me some
That's a wet floor they're running on.
Yeah, that's an actual wet floor.
Wow.
Beautiful underbar.
It's like, fuck parkour. Just bust through this wall. God dang.
That was beautiful. Just a drop plyo across the sketchiest shit.
Yeah, that's how you hurt your back. Landing like that.
Nice.
That was really him there. It looked like him.
Yo, they went all the way up that sketchy ass crane for no reason. Now they're all now they're back down on the ground.
Look at how the camera, the cars are flying by the camera. That adds to the how dynamic this all feels. Like cars are flying by, just to give it even more sense of movement.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then the camera's tracking him as he's running here. Like, it just feels dynamic, you know?
Absolutely. Even though they're on the ground, the stakes feel higher than they did in the Boba Fett scene.
Exactly.
Can't you guys just be friends? You're both so cool.
Well, he's a bad guy.
I know. Beautiful role.
I think that's the end of it. Right? Oh no, we got some. Let's see. Ow!
Yeah. That guy's head made contact. I hope that was rubber.
That sound of the horn is so old school. Nice. Nice.
Now here's your area of expertise.
Yeah. Get out, get out, get out. Throw him out the window. Ouch.
Ooh. Just take the whole guy with him. Like a boss.
his face is all jacked up.
All this wearing a floral Hawaiian shirt. Man, he just did all that work.
Yeah, so you can't tell me that Boba Fett and Casino Royale have the same level of parkour.
Of intensity. Actually, no. Of parkour, yes.
Of parkour is the same exact?
The moves themselves, I mean, I wouldn't say the same exact, but in terms of the quantity of actual parkour moves and the level of difficulty they involved, it's difficult to tell with Casino Royale because there was a lot of cuts in between the parkour.
Absolutely.
Like, if he actually did that drop plyo across the freaking sketchy elevator, then that's very high level. But there's so many cuts that I can't really tell, but I don't mind because when I'm watching Casino Royale, I just want to see a cool action movie.
I think that the cuts is less about trying to cover up something and more about trying to expose all the coverage they got of that particular movement. You know, presumably like, okay, he could get hurt real bad on this particular jump. We're gonna cover it from different angles. And because of that, they used a lot of the different angles in showing that movement.
But if we're talking about the parkour itself that the stuntmen and the actors were doing, then yeah, no, Boba Fett had very legit, decent,
no,
it's
in no way am I contesting that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is just like, the heights at which they're working, it looks more death-defying.
So it comes down to the way it's shot. Because the parkour scene in Boba Fett, I really enjoyed. That was legit parkour. They were doing cool stuff. Yeah. It made sense with the plot, which is the biggest challenge. So many people, so many directors, even stunt coordinators, like think they get parkour. They just assume they do, but they don't. So a lot of the parkour that ends up happening in movies, films, and even stage shows just doesn't make sense for what's happening. The parkour in Boba Fett was dynamic. It was fun. It incorporated things like underbars, vertical pole swings, a bunch of slides, a bunch of stuff that you don't normally get to see, and they made it make sense in the context of the escape. But the filming, while it would have been great for a parkour video to appreciate the parkour for a high stakes chase scene, was dreadfully boring.
Yes.
Compared to Casino Royale.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It just wasn't as exciting to watch for someone who's more pedestrian.
Yeah, for me, if I had to, if I had to pick just one to watch again, like right now, I would watch the Boba Fett one.
Oh, that's good. I mean,
because I'm biased, because it's like a parkour video. It's, like I said, it's not shot in a way that makes me feel like it's a really high stakes chase scene and someone might fall or trip.
Yeah, because that Casino Royale thing, just like watching even the first 10 seconds of it felt more thrilling and just exhilarating.
Yeah, no, it's true. As soon as he got over the fence, the way the camera was matching his speed, coming out of it, leading out of it is, way more exhilarating.
We need more of this. Well, for me, I need more of this. Because we keep seeing parkour show up in movies, like, everywhere. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, shoot it right. It made its way into Star Wars now, so.
Yeah, it's an interesting balance, yeah.
And it's a little bit surprising, honestly, that the parkour sequence in Boba Fett didn't look better than it did, because I believe Robert Rodriguez is the one who directed that episode, if I'm not mistaken. And he actually does a lot of cool shit. I feel like he does. Like, the one episode he did of Mandalorian, I actually really appreciated the way he shot that action. So I would have thought he'd shoot it with more, you know.
I have a theory. I wonder, because the way the parkour scene was shot, it seems like it might have come from the brain of a parkour person, because we want to see the parkour. One of our biggest complaints in movies is that you don't actually get to see the parkour. Yeah. So I wonder if maybe in the previs or something, it seems like it came from the mind of a parkour person who's used to making parkour videos, as opposed to someone who's used to shooting thrilling action. Because when you're doing a movie like this, you want to find a happy medium. You want to be able to see enough parkour to appreciate it, but you also want it to be thrilling enough to enthrall audiences that don't even understand the parkour.
Right. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Make sure to follow Lorena on the social media, on Instagram, Lorena Parkour, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up, please, so let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Lorena.
Peace out.